Hello, I'm back. So I was thinking that we have been cooking a lot of savory dishes, right? So biryani, kebab, and nihari. So why not let's explore something sweet, all right? So this week we're going to make Misti Doi. Misti Doi basically means sweet yogurt. No, it's not. It's not your normal yogurt that is quite sour and you add sugar to it. That's not. And no, it's not froyo. It's not frozen yogurt, which you eat like an ice cream and you act like it's an ice cream, but it's not. Trust me. So, what we're going to make today is Misti Doi, sweet yogurt, and that's basically we're going to caramelize the sugar until it's deep red, dark, rich brown, and then after that we're going to add in milk to it. So usually it's a 2:1 ratio, which means 2 cups of sugar and 4 cups of milk. But due to my father being diabetic, I'm just going to add 1 cup of sugar and 4 cups of milk. So let's talk less and let's go make the dish. Hey there. So I have some hot water right now. It's nicely steaming and I'm going to add the sugar in to make the caramel syrup. So I have about 1 cup of sugar. I'll just add it in and I will mix it around so that the sugar does its work. With my trusty spatula, I'm going to mix it around and dissolve the sugar in the water. And I'm going to turn the heat to medium-high so that the sugar starts boiling. As you can see, most of the sugar has been dissolved in the medium-high heat, and we will keep on stirring until all of the sugar is dissolved, and then we will turn the heat up from medium-high to high so that we can start reducing the water and we can make the syrup. Alright my friends, if you can see that now it has started bubbling, we'll keep on stirring it so that there is no crystallization. The crystallization is when, on the sides of the pan, you get the sugars forming in crystals again. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. All right, my dear friends, if you can see that the corners right now are browning amazingly. So I'll just give it a mix so that it thickens more and the browning process is more equal. So this part is basically just moving the syrup, the sugary syrup around. So as I'm still mixing it, you can see that it's turning this amazing red, and you want it to go a little bit further because later on you're going to add milk to it, and milk is white, and then the yogurt is also white. So go a little bit further, just like this, as if it's turning that dark brown, and once it's going on that direction like juries, then just take it off the heat. So see you after that. Alright, so now we have this rich golden caramel syrup. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add about 4 cups of milk to this 1 cup of sugar. So you add the milk, the first cup, and then do temper it, because as you can see that the sugar is going to get solid because the milk is quite room temperature, and the sugar will need high heat to melt. So just temper the milk in a bit so that it mixes around well. So as you can see, the milk is dissolving the sugar in, and then it's giving the nice brown color that we usually know in Misti Doi. And then we'll go with the second cup. So I'm still on my second cup of milk, and I'm just tempering it around to get all the sugar. You see it has become solidified. So I'm just letting the sugar melt in a bit on medium-high heat again. And once the sugar is totally melted, I will add the rest of the milk, which is the other 2 cups. Now don't worry, it's going to take some time, but just enjoy and appreciate the color that it has right now. It looks like a very good chai, right, on a pot. But actually it's Misti Doi waiting to happen. So as you can see, I have melted all the sugar that was inside. Now this is the sweetest milk you will ever have. If you try drinking it, you will get diabetic. You get diabetic, so don't try it, please, no. So I'm just going to add the other 2 cups of the milk. That's the second cup. And as you can see, that the color gets lighter, and you will understand what I meant by when I said you need to really get the sugar dark but not burning. So I'm just going to mix it back again on medium-high heat. So right now what we are going to do is we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of powdered milk so that you get the grainy taste in your MIsti Doi, the sweet yogurt. Alright, so now I have it on medium-high heat, and then I'm just going to add about 3 tablespoons. You can also add 1 tablespoon for 1 cup of milk either you add, but I'm just going for 3 because I don't like it to be too grainy. I like it more like a custard texture for myself. So if you like it grainy, then go ahead, add 1 more tablespoon of milk powder. Just mix it in. You don't have to boil it that much. Mix it in well, and then once you're done, turn off your heat and let this cool down. MIsti Doi is a technical dish more than a difficult dish because ingredients are quite simple. It's caramelized sugar, and then you have milk added to it, powdered milk for the grainy feel of it, and then once the syrup is made, you know, then you just add yogurt to it when the milk is lukewarm. So what happens is that overnight, right, or if you want to keep overnight, or maybe you want to cook it fast, is that you just if you have a slow cooker, you put it on low settings, and then after that you just put the whole mixture in a ramekin or a pot. If you have the clay pots, that's great. So what you can do is you can put those in the slow cooker, and you can cook it in the lowest heat for about 2 hours. You can cover it with towel. Yep, and then what happens is that the enzymes, the bacteria inside the yogurt, it's going to break the milk down, and the sugar is going to feed the bacteria, and then the bacteria is basically going to multiply until it makes the whole meat curdly. So that's basically the process of making yogurt, but it's not really something difficult. If you have baked before, this is easy for you. If you made pizza crust or sourdough, this is the same. You just leave it overnight and then it grows, or you want to do it quickly, is you just increase the heat and it's done. Okay, so now as you can see that even without waiting for a very long time, the yogurt has already started its work, and you know it's getting very, very curdly now. So I have to move a bit quickly, that I'll take this and I'll put it in the steel ramekin. So now, why am I not putting it in the nice clay pot, red clay ramekin? It's because I'm going to plate it later, and I'm going to show you how you can elevate your plating for. So I have some caramelized sugar over here. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a nest out of this. So I'm just going to take a bit on the spoon, and then I'm just going to go around and pour them very quickly like this. So what I'm making is ribbons, which I will basically place on top of. So this looks great now. Let's bring in the MIsti Doi, and then we will plate the MIsti Doi over this, and then we'll probably take a bit of chunks and put it around there. Okay, so we have our MIsti Doi, which has been cooled and rested in the fridge, and so let's just take a look at how is it inside. Wow, wow, wow. So let me just give it a bit of wiggle, and let me just take it out. Yep. So as you can see, it's amazing. It's holding its shape, right? So it's holding its shape. It's a little jiggly. So that's how I like it. So now for the plating part, we're just going to take the sugar, and then we're just going to peel it off carefully, as you can see, like that. Right? Peel it off very carefully. And then we're just going to crack and then put it as a decoration. So you can take something like this, which looks very nice and beautiful, and then you can just curve it in the middle like that. and this looks pretty. And if you also want, you can also add a bit of sprinkles around like this, just to make it, give it a rustic look, and it will be as good as a fine dining restaurant dish. So guys, here you go, Misti Doi. And I'll just clean up a bit here, and then I'll take a nice photo for all of you to enjoy. Hope you like the recipe. Catch you again next time.